Okay, I messed up my other video, so I'm gonna try this again. It's March the 4th, 2023, and I just did my spring planting of all my seeds and all my plants, basically. So I'm starting off here at the sunroot patch, and I'm gonna do a walk around. And then I'll do updates throughout the year. So sunroots, I got a hosta planted there in that bare patch. Then there's a couple asparagus right there. And we'll walk on past fire pit, wood compost, leaf mold. There's the bacterial compost. There's the tree stump. Here's my pepper pot. A couple clovers, poppy, I believe dividing or garlic chives in there. Big patch of Charlie here. Large thistle I'm gonna let grow. It's a chamomile cage, a couple parsleys, and some gomphrena is in there. Garlic chives, goji berry. The tall one is a pea plant. And there's some beans in there too. More garlic chives. Bronze fennel. Can't see it, it's too small probably. Bee balm. Naked ladies in this corner. Sage. Lavage. Marigold, clematis, something I picked in the woods, another thing I picked in the woods, put them in the bricks, marigold, rosebush, more naked ladies in this corner, a couple daffodils, strawberry patch, hostas all along here that I just planted. They ain't came up yet. And then over there by the garbage can and the telephone pole is another patch of sunroots. And then this is the path along the back garden. It's got a bunch of violets. We'll come on back here past the garage to the tomato cage, or the tomato trellis. There's garlic leeks, or elephant garlic. There's some black strawberry tomato, American basil. There's a marigold, a bean plant, and I believe some clover is in there too. Here's another bronze fennel. Maybe you can see that one better. Here's a potato tower. I just planted these sweet potato slips and they're unhappy already. Maybe I'll get some water on those guys. The bottom two tiers are baking potatoes. There's oregano patch that is barely coming back. See the cleavers and the Charlie that grows all around it. Pretty much grows all around everything back here. There's okra, kale, and okra again. The kale has been grown for a couple months. It's a lacinato or dinosaur kale. You can't see in there. Maybe I can open this up. There we go. Alright, another oregano patch. And next to that, I have borage or borage that grows in this area. So if you can't see, there's one. There's a couple more. Should be some more. Oh, there you go. There's another one. Little small guy. I let it grow here in self-seed. Then here is Pippo summer squash cage. I'm doing the scallop white patty pan squash in this cage. It's a bush squash. And I'm just going to grow it by itself in this cage. But I'll let it grow big. If you can't see that, the outside cage is welded together with a chicken wire. Here comes the train. Alright, there we go. Living by the train tracks. This is all fenced in with the railroad fence. Well, I'm up doing this along the railroad fence, if you can't see. Anyways, lots of squirrels, skunks, possums, groundhogs, voles, moles, all that stuff here. So, chicken wire on the outside, tomato cage on the inside, screen on all around that for the bugs. The cage is for the animals, the screen is for the pests. Living in zone, gardening in zone 5B. Here is the eggplant cage. There's two common onions on the outer part. On the inner part is a Thai eggplant. See if I can't get a shot of him. It's been growing a couple months. I think I started him in January actually, and then put him out here. He's been out here at least 30 days, and I've got him to survive. Secret garden hacks. Nasturtium and some peas on the back side of this cage. These two common onions I'm letting go to flower. If you can't see, flower, onion flower, common onion. Then I'm going to let them cross-pollinate, and gives me much more viable seed for next year. And I'll plant a big patch of onions. Here's the trellis. Bunch of pieces of wood nailed together from old Jean's wood pile over there. This is my Maxima and Moscata squash cage with some beans and onions in that too. This is a Pippo squash cage with beans and onions. And then another Maxima and Moscata squash cage with beans and onions. The beans are lima, then Blauhide purple beans and Chinese red long noodle bean. And then the lima is the Garden Giant, or I think Garden Beauty, something like that. All right, next to this is this is my radish. So this is a singular radish that I grow for its pods. This is called the dragon tail. Very pretty flowers. It's been grown a few months out here. It is grown for its seed pods. And I'll get a better shot of that when it's grown. Those when they grow up. Around the back here is some more peas. Some another nasturtium here. Hopefully it gets up these trellises. This right bed is onion chives and garlic chives and dividing onions. There's also a wormwood right there, a couple parsley, and marigold. So I use these beds to grow my onion, garlic, and dividing onion divisions, and I just divide them from here. I let them grow. They're kind of shaded so they don't go to flower very fast. So when I need a division, I just pop one out of the ground and they're ready to go. These are garlic chives. These are dividing onion, and these are onion chives, and none of them cross-pollinate with each other, so it's a good thing to know. Along this fence here is a big line of daffodils that I've just planted, so probably 20 of them. Those will probably come up better next year, but right now they look like this. Alright, so the back of the trellis, got a cage with sage and some thyme and some peas and some beans. And this has just got screen around it and chicken wire. The screen goes all the way into the ground. Couple inches, maybe 4, not too deep. Here's a hops vine, trying to get to grow up this back side of the trellis here. I think it'll look cool. Seems to be doing well. Here's my tree onion cage. There's a chamomile in the middle there. They're the walking onions. The corner of the railroad fence here, I got another bronze fennel, which grows really great usually. Maybe you can see it better. Okay, and in the left bed, there's more onion and garlic chives right here on the left side. And then this middle portion, I'm going to try to get some more balm to grow. We'll see what else grows here. I planted a few things. It'll be a surprise. In this little brick spot, though, I would like to get basil to grow. There is lavender, 2 lavenders that came back this year, and a little patch of thyme. And that is basically the roundabout of the garden. Oh, the bucket there's some really great chocolate mint. Grows really well, tastes really good, dries really well. Amazing mint for this area. But that's the roundabout. Well, there's the wood chip pile. I garden with wood chips and charcoal and leaves and straw, and that's it. I make different composts. I use bacterial compost, so I garden with that too, which is just leaves and coffee grounds and banana peels mostly. That's the walk around though. We'll walk back past the garden, the garage. I'll try to have these updates. See, there's the back part. There's the fire pit, and then past that is the corner of the property, which is where I have asparagus and sunroots. Here's the back porch. I'll try to get it updated maybe once every couple months or something. Maybe once a month when it starts growing really fast. And definitely in the middle of the season and the end of the season. I like to get one at the beginning of the season because you know, everything is so small and it looks like nothing is growing, and everything is so unsure and uncertain in the beginning. Anything could happen. So God bless you all. Hope you all have a productive year. Until next time.